Hello, Jumbo. That's how are you, or hello in Tanzania, in Swahili, which is the language of Tanzania. And my guest, once again, Father Emmanuel. Father, welcome again.
Thank you very much.
Actually, I'm welcoming you to our show, but you're
Yes.
welcoming me to your parish. Father, I want to go a little more into that.
Yeah.
The reason you're here, your education. Um, Father's been on our program a few other times. He's here in Palm Harbor, Florida, where I help out when I'm here in Florida, and he's a guest, but he also is here on an educational visa, and we were talking about various religions back in Tanzania. So let's do a little bit of that, and then I want to know why you're studying what you are studying here in United States. Okay. First of all, what is the religious cooperation in Tanzania?
In Tanzania, we have different religious denominations.
Mm-hmm.
We have Christians, Catholics, Protestants, and evangelical churches, but also we have Muslims, and also we have traditional religions. Even if the statistics they differ much, but we say about 30% are Christian, 35% are Muslims, and the remaining are traditional religions.
Mm.
But these are not absolute statistics. They differ. Others they think that it is 50%, about 50% are Christians, and then the rest they are divided by among the Muslims
Yes.
and
Mm.
the traditions. But what's the relationship which is existing among these different denominations? Generally, we'll say it is good, and it has been good for many years, except about 10 years, when we have a little conflict or a friction among the Muslims and the Christians, and this was born because of the politics.
Mm.
We for the last 10 years we had politics which involved religion. We as Tanzanians we are really lucky and privileged to have the first president, Julius Kambarage Nyerere, who made a determination to remove tribalism and religion as the source of conflict. So united, he created one nation which was really united.
Okay, how he removed tribalism?
Okay, he was very smart. First of all, he worked on building the unity of the of the nation.
Okay.
He built schools from different parts of the country, and will move students from one part of the country to study to other part of the country, and they will start together,
Mm.
boarding schools. So in that way, they will create a good unity.
Quite diverse,
Yes,
yeah.
but also he created what we call the national service, 1 year of national service, where people of different culture, different language, they will work together for 1 year.
And what year,
Yes.
what academic year
We-
is that?
It's when before you join university,
Okay.
or before you start to be employed, you
Right,
have to
right.
serve the nation for 1 year.
Excellent.
But that year was mainly to build relationship. But also he did another important activity, of which it was not allowed to identify oneself by the culture, by the tribe, and any discrimination was really not tolerated.
Mm.
So like that, people they feel united. But we have another instrument which is real good still today, the language. All we're supposed to speak one language, and that is Swahili, which now has grown to many countries in Africa. They speak Swahili. So by this, but also at that time, some denominations, for example, Christians, they had good schools,
Okay.
good hospitals, and he did what he called nationalization. He took the schools and make them for the government. Yes, it has pains and loss for some denominations, but for the sake of the unity, it has contributed.
Right,
It has
right.
contributed.
Does the government support the schools? Like,
Yeah,
and did he take over the Christian schools?
it took from all people
All
who
the-
had it. The Chechens made them out for the government, but with that vision of building the unity.
Yes, unity of the country,
the
yes.
unity of the country. Uh, so I think that's what gives us a great foundation for the unity. However, as I said, it comes about 10 years has passed. The politics which brought about the division of,
Mhm.
politics of religion That's created conflicts, and some people were killed.
Oh,
And we know one
oh.
priest was killed in Zanzibar, some were injured. But that was created a problem to that
Sure,
relation.
yeah.
But what I can say with certainty is that the relation generally is good.
Good, good. Yeah. That's fascinating. I mean, he's a very strong person.
Yes, we expect him one day to be canonized. The saints they started the process. We expect it will happen.
He's deceased.
Yes,
He was Catholic?
Yes, he was a Catholic.
Really?
Yes, he was
And
Catholic.
you're praying for his
Yeah.
canonization?
Yeah, I do.
Wow, that's wonderful.
He was great as a leader, as a politician, but he remained firm in his faith, practicing his faith. Also, he wrote many things about commenting on the Gospels, and wrote so many things about his faith.
Beautiful.
So
Okay, if you don't mind, for the audience, just say his name slowly.
his name is called Julius Kambarage Nyerere, the first president of Tanzania, or sometimes called him the father of the nation.
Oh, interesting. So he was the first president besides.
Yeah.
Excellent.
He did a good job. He gave us the independence without war.
Ah, thank
He was
God.
very smart.
That's okay. Because we're talking in Swahili, we're talking about Swahili language. I want you to say something in Swahili, but so we all know where we are. If you don't mind, would you say the name, the Father, Son, Holy Spirit in Swahili?
Kwa jina la Baba, na la Mwana, na la Roho Mtakatifu. Amina.
Beautiful. And that Baba is Father.
His father.
How many languages have used that
Yeah.
as the word for Father? Baba.
Yes.
Okay, and Son is Iho,
The Mwana.
Muana,
Yes.
and Spirit
Roho.
Roho.
The Roho.
In some languages,
Yeah.
right? Wow, beautiful. Okay, we're talking about the integration and various cultures and various religions. What is, well, first of all, in your own family, I want to go back to your family roots.
Yes.
Who's home? Who's there?
At my home place now, only my young brother is there. Generally, others they have moved to different parts of the country. As nowadays, you can find job everywhere. But traditionally, we have the firstborn or the lastborn is supposed to remain and own the house. So that's tradition, what the tradition demands us. And those firstborn and lastborn, they have that privilege to remain. And so in my family, the lastborn remained there.
Oh, good. And where were you in that line? How many
I
children?
am the fifth one. We are 7 in the family.
7.
Yes, we have 4 sisters.
That's great. And how long were you ordained a priest?
It's about 4 years now.
4 years, brand new.
Yes.
That's great.
It's about 4 years. Yeah.
And your bishop, Archbishop, asked you to come to the United States to study computer science
Many mathematics.
and mathematics.
Yes.
Computer science, why math?
Okay. We have there in the diocese we have a seminary, minor seminary, which we will say here maybe high school.
Okay.
And also there is a need of teaching people there. We have big challenge of having a big number of youth who has no possibility to get education. And if you train some priests, I believe as he said, the priest can do the pastoral activities, but also it can help in the education.
Excellent.
So that's what was his vision, to provide that education. But I remember personally after ordination, I was sent, as I said at the time, to a very remote parish. It's called Lumoma, and I was there. It's a beautiful parish without electricity, a parish without water, a parish where there is no network for the cell phone. It was beautiful parish. I used to go to teach when I had a free time to teach mathematics and physics in the secondary schools, to help those schools where we have boys and girls are there, but they don't have teacher to teach. So I used to go there, and I was like to find a group of young girls and young boys who are interested to study. I inspire them. I tell them they can teach one another.
Wow.
So I used to teach them, and when I see one who is smarter than the other, I will spend more time with him, and I will assign him work to teach others.
God bless you.
So we started that group, and it grows well. It's still going there. Then I asked them what is most important for them, or what they have learned from me. One girl said, we have learned we can solve our problems, but we need a firm foundation, spiritually, intellectually, and economically. And they say to me, you say, because I told them they have to pray, they have to study, and they have to work. These three things.
Good.
Every day.
Pray, study, work.
Every day. And then they asked me, we don't have even a rosary and Bible. I said to them, yes, but you have fingers. You can use them to pray the rosary. Start by that one, and then, but that touched me. When I went back to the parish, I was thinking deeply about it. How can I provide them at least Bible, to have Bible to read, and that has remain a question in my heart till today. To give them the possibility to have a Bible, they need the foundation of the Word of God. They need to pray. They need the rosary and other things. But I believe still, last time I went there and I meet with some of them.
Do they speak Swahili or English?
They speak Swahili.
Okay.
They speak Swahili.
So the Bibles have to be in Swahili?
In Swahili.
Okay.
Yes, in Swahili.
Can't help you there.
Yes,
but maybe we can, but we'll talk.
Yeah. So that is really, really working. I went there to visit them. I talked with them. Still, they continue with that one. I was happy to hear that two of them passed well the exam, and they were like teachers to others.
Oh,
so
great.
I spent about 2 weeks with them when I was there. I talked to them and I instructed them more on mathematics, because now I spent time studying mathematics. I inspired them, and I believe they still continue. I told them I gave them some Bibles. I had some money. I bought few Bibles and I gave them about 10 copies. That was great to them.
Is it difficult to, like, say if we've got Bibles here, to mail them there? Is that a logical way of doing it, or is there another way of getting the word across to them?
Yes, we can mail them, or we can buy over there. Few people who can read in English, but many they can read in Swahili, and we have Bibles in Swahili.
Oh, they are available.
Yeah, but they are available.
But just the poor kids can't get them.
Yes.
Okay.
They really inspire them and their family, because they promised me not only they read by themselves, but also their family. And if I said in the other time, we have these small Christian communities, so we'll assign them, they will teach others.
Yes, that's great. Okay, different issue, but I want to have a contact, you or there, that I can ask our community, our internet community, to contribute. You know, whether probably best to send money, but you make that decision to contact, to be able to send Bibles there to these children, or rosaries too. Oh,
thank you very much.
So we got to do that. We got to work on that. And when I was at the university, we did that all the time. We had various people in different communities, and we'd send. I don't have that access anymore, but we'll work something out. And maybe off camera, you and I can work out the details. Is it best to send money, or is it best to send? Well, that people from here are not going to send Swahili Bibles, unless we go through the American Bible Association, which we might be doing. But we'll take care of that. My concern is your education and the computers, and we're going to pick that up at a next episode. How's that?
Thank you very much.
This has been fascinating. This has been Father Lou Scurti, and you and us, talking about Father Emmanuel's ministry here in the United States and in Tanzania. I want to hear from you, Father Lou Scurti at hotmail.com, and start thinking about what you can do to assist the children in Tanzania to get Bibles. So you can contact me, and I'll forward that to Father Emmanuel. We'll figure that out, and I'll give you more information in the future. God bless you. Keep the word alive and well.